Just on the sports part, sir, I play mixed martial arts, and my hobbies are reading self-help book and diary writing.
Very right. What was your optional subject?
So public administration.
Public administration. Okay. Have you heard of SWOT analysis?
Yes, sir.
So, will you like to do your own SWOT analysis?
Yes, sir.
Please.
So SWOT, as its full form means that strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. So first, I will go with the strength, and I feel so. My strength is uh, patience and perseverance, and apart from that, I keep calm even in rigorous conditions where people may get irritated or may get frustrated. I keep calm. Sir, on the weakness part, I will say, sir, I have a sweet tooth, so I end up missing my routine meal and all, and eat lots of sweets, which sometimes affects my health. And so for opportunities, sir, I am quite ambitious person. I keep looking for different opportunities, whatever comes in my way. It's not only related to career. It can be related to any sports or any meetup or anything which can excite me. And so as far as threat is concerned, so sometimes I become quite overconfident, and that I think is a looming threat for me. But presently, I'm able to control it if I see from the perspective of my teenager age. So I'm quite mature in this area as well.
You're still a teenager.
No, sir. If I compare myself from teenager, then I'm quite
Okay.
mature.
Okay. Okay. So, you write your diary every day.
No, sir. I write thrice a week.
Why thrice a week? How do you select when to write?
So every alternate day, so it is almost thrice a week.
Thrice a week. Okay. So, if I was to ask you to do a SWOT analysis of the country, our country, how would you do it? Now, 5 points under each head. 5 points under each head, and I'll count. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, can I take 20, 30 seconds, please?
Yeah, please take your time.
Thank you, sir. So I will start with strength first. So our culture, that is culture of synthesis, is first strength. Our democracy, maturing democracy, second strength, sir. When it comes to our army and our security architecture of India, it is also our strength, sir. Fourth, sir, people of India that constitute India is our strength. Fourth, fifth, sir, our institutions that has survived and are organic is our strength, sir. So when it comes to weakness part, I will say, sir, skill development is an area where we have to work upon because we have a huge demographic dividend to harness upon, and uh, skill is needed for that. Second weakness, sir, I will count, sir, as we are resource scarce country, we have to optimally utilize our resources. Third weakness, sir, I will count upon, sir, in our country, we put much focus on academic backgrounds of people, and other arenas such as sports and similar or auxiliary areas are ignored in our culture. Fourth sir, weakness of India is it's a India sometimes behave as soft state in dealing some matters. Fifth sir, weakness of our country I will define as uh, sir, we are unable to uh, go with the current way of the Western world and we still lack somewhere in learning from them.
Hang on, hang on. You said we are found soft in dealing with certain situations. Can you give me an example? You said the fourth point was that India is soft while dealing with certain situations. So please give me an example.
So I think the Kargil situation could have been handled quite well if we had not adhered to some of the international conventions. We could have saved our lots of casualties, sir.
Kargil was handled very well by us. There's nothing wanting in Kargil.
Sir, certainly, sir, keeping in the mind the international conventions, it was handled very well. But, sir, had we gone for the present strategy of a preemptive strike, or sir, going crossing LOC, it could have been dealt better, sir.
What could we have done which we did not do?
Sir, we could have opened multiple fronts with the Pakistan to build the pressure, because we knew the action uh, was because of Pakistan. So it could have been like from entering from different areas and sir, dealing with the hard approach.
Okay, now quickly go to opportunities that India has.
So first opportunity, sir, I will say our traditional medicine system, uh, which has proven a lot during pandemic, it can be harnessed. Second opportunity is the youth. That India is one of the countries where which have enough amount of youth, so we can harness them. Third, the opportunity for India is in space sector, as we have shown frugal innovation. Fourth opportunity, sir, I will say India through activating diplomatic channels can play larger role. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, sir. So India can go play larger role in the global area. And so fifth opportunity, sir, with our way of culture, we can think that we can lead the world as a wish guru that earlier we were leading.
No, one sec, one sec. Again, I have to seek one clarification from you, which is how has our traditional medicine helped us during the pandemic?
So when we look at the pandemic, people were become more aware about our traditional medicine, and it they started taking care of their immunity, and we were able to know certain aushadhis and medicines that we were not consuming till now, which are generally preventive and immunity booster. So sir, bringing them into culture, it helps.
There was no such study which can conclusively prove that all those things, those concoctions of Giloy and this and that we were taking helped us in boosting our immunity. Anyhow, now threats quickly. Go to the threats.
So first threat will be the porous border with our neighbors. Second, sir, India uh, uh, is victim of proxy war. Third threat, sir, being a middle developing countries, that we are not even developed or not properly developing. So we have to compete with some countries like Bangladesh and Vietnam. So we are not able to grow properly.
Is that a
Fourth,
threat? Is that a threat? That's an opportunity. That's not a threat. Anyhow, go ahead.
so fourth point for the threat will be, sir, our I forget. So in the arena of cyber security, so we are lagging in the research and development front. And the fifth, overall research development fund. I should have put this on the first, sir. I forgot. So this was the fifth.
What was the last one you said?
So overall research and development fund, sir. We are doing very less research and development.
Okay. Rajiv Rai.
Utkarsh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
you've given IPS as your first option.
Yes, sir.
We haven't seen too many aspirants doing this, but anyway. So, what has made you give police as the first option and not the IAS, which is normally the case?
Sir, my interest for the belt forces has been very long, sir. I have started appearing for the forces from the very starting days of NDA. So, being given a choice to choose between IS and IPS, sir, I will definitely choose IPS. That's why I gave the same.
Okay. What is cyber? What do you know about cyber terrorism?
So, cyber terrorism is using computer and internet technology and harming the nation without going for a war like ammunition war, something like that, which can help, which can be caused through by hacking the banking system, economic systems, tax sites.
Utkarsh, why is there such deep trust deficit between the public and the police?
Sir, in my opinion, due to lack of community policing in the operation, distrust is there, mistrust is there, and sir, this trust deficit can be easily filled with the community policing.
What measures would you take to bring about a larger amount of confidence between the public and the police?
Sir, I will like to enumerate following points. First, I will ensure that a police should communicate with students through different medias. It cannot be only as a motivational speakers and all. Police personnel can play friendly cricket matches, kabaddi matches with the kids, so that they are able to understand that police is nothing but a citizen in uniform. And sir, second, I will say, sir, police should be reachable to women because they are the one who feel more vulnerable along with marginalized section. So third step will be the communication with SC/ST communities, that is marginalized sections. Sir. Fifth step would be means having a platform like resident welfare association and uh, municipal corporation activities where police personnel can be agent of communication.
Uh, have you read of any inspiring stories by police officers wherein they have brought in certain measures which has brought about a sort of a convergence between the villagers or the society at large and the police force in India?
Yes, sir.
Can you describe any?
Yes, sir. Sir, Riverio sir was there in Mumbai. He created mohalla committees, sir, where police personnel and citizens were on same page for different activities. And it was not only about that citizens can understand how the policing is working from the starting from the how to make an FIR, how you can utilize your police services for different things. And sir, this was the instance that I was interested about.
Uh, as a policeman, how would you put satellite surveillance? To what usage can you put satellite surveillance?
Sorry, sir, I have not much idea about satellite
Okay,
surveillance.
it's okay. That's okay. Then, is there a difference between theft and robbery?
Sorry, sir, I should have known this, but presently I don't know, sir.
Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What are the capacity building measures for the civil services? So it's I think a topic on your syllabus for the pub ad.
Yes, sir. Sir, presently, for the capacity buildings, more focus is given on soft skills development, and that is ethos, ethics, and competence of the civil servants. So in this regard, sir, if we look the following measures like the Karm Yogi mission. Second, sir, if you look at the perspective to develop soft skills, the very foundational training in Lavasana and other alma maters of training academies.
What is the concept of dynamic administration and who formulated this?
Sir, I'm unable to recall the thinker, but I can define dynamic administration.
Yes. Okay.
Sir, dynamic administration is administration which develops and responds according to change in the society and demands of the services from people.
Yeah. Can you describe the police forces, the central police forces, which secure our borders? Which are the forces and where are they recruited?
Yes, sir, I can try, sir. So first force, I will talk about border security force, which is guarding our borders in the with the Pakistan and sir from the Rajasthan side, and sir on the Bangladesh side, sir we have. Then sir we have IDPP, that is Indo-Tibetan Border Police Force, and which is guarding our border with Bhutan and Nepal, and along with this border with our Sikkim state. So presently, I'm able to recall these two.
Okay, it's okay. That's all right. Then, what is do you understand the concept of sanction for prosecution? What is it? Sanction for prosecution.
Sorry, sir, I don't know, sir.
It doesn't matter. Okay, a few questions on Delhi. What does the Delhi Urban Art Commission do for Delhi?
So, sir, your voice broke, sir.
Delhi Urban Art Commission, DUAC. What does it do for Delhi, the city of Delhi? What is its mandate?
Sorry, sir. So I don't know about it.
Okay. Have you heard about the Central Vista project? Central Vista project in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
So there was also the matter went up to the court as well. What were the different points of argument for and against it?
Sir, first I will go with the argument that were against it. The first argument that was made that in the present pandemic time, these resources can be utilized in developing health infrastructure, vaccine procurement. So this project can be put on hold. Second argument was that some parts of the old projects already present there are being demolished. They should not be demolished as they represent certain kind of culture and historical linkages. Third point was against that, sir, it is against present ecological circumstances because there were around a certain number of trees that would have been would be fallen because of this project. And so when it comes to arguments in the favor, so first argument that is that the present parliamentary building is not good enough to go for operation in the present pandemic situations where we cannot maintain social distancing. And if decision making body is not there, so who will take the decisions? The second point which was made for the favor, that the sum that has been allocated will not be expended in very first go. It is a very long process, so it will not affect any vaccination or health infrastructure project, and India is capable enough. Third point, sir, which was made, that this project, Central Vista project, defines the present realities of India and present culture of India, which not only takes cue from its heritage and culture, which shows present future as well, because we are using sustainable way of developing it and new technology to make the architecture. And we are using solar cells. We will be using green technologies.
What are the important areas that police reform is seeking to do?
So first step, so we are trying to be more tech savvy and technology oriented. Second, sir, due to present of lots of laws, police personnel, so we are reforming our laws, archaic laws. Third, sir, we are trying to implement the 7 directives of Prakash Singh case.
Yeah.
So fourth,
Okay.
sir, we are trying to be more proactive, as even police personnel are dealing with interstate crimes and terrorism kind of things. So the training module and other things have been reformed.
Utkarsh, it is commendable that in the first attempt itself you made it up to here. Uh, let me give you a question that many candidates are offered an opportunity to respond to. Right from the times that you did your BSc up to your taking public administration as an optional subject, how do you visualize yourself as a successful career bureaucrat with all the skill sets that you have acquired and the educational backgrounds?
Sir, if I visualize myself, then I will say first thing, sir, I will be nourished well by my academy. So a very confident and upright officer will bring out from me. Second, sir, as I'm a fitness freak, sir, I can assure, sir, that my positive influence in the field of fitness will be seen around me, that is my peers. Third, sir, I will say, sir, I am quite approachable. At the same time, I'm a hard decision maker. So I think, sir, with these qualities, I will be able to serve the people well.
Okay. One last question now that Chairman Sir, in fact, Chairman Sir has joined, so he will put some questions to you. Sir?
Yes, carry on. Ayuji, आप पूरा कर लीजिए अपना.
Sir, then my last question I wanted to put to him, that was on this Citizens Charter. What are the components of the Citizens Charter?
So Citizen Charter tells about standards of the services that will be provided. Second, timeline of the services in which it will be provided. Fourth, sir, what is the user charges? And sir, it will tell about the philosophy of organization, that on what philosophy the organization is working upon.
It is said that the Citizen Charter has not could not fulfill the objective for which it was drawn up. Do you agree with this?
So partially, I do agree with this statement, because when we look at the Citizen Charter, most of the people, that is public, those who are taking the services, don't know what is Citizen Charter. So they never ask for what kind of services they deserve. So in this context, I will say it is one way of successful when only when the one way departmental side it is upheld it. But when the people participating for the services will start demanding for the services, then sir, it will be totally successful.
Okay, thank you, sir. Chairman, sir.
Thank you, Rajiv ji. First of all, let me express apology for joining late. I had some work to attend at 2:30. Anyway, nice to connect with you, Utkarsh. Where are you joining us from?
Sir, good afternoon. First of all, sir, I'm from Delhi, and I'm joining from Delhi only.
Delhi, which part of Delhi?
Sir, East Delhi, Krishnanagar area.
Can you give me in just 2 minutes a very quick snapshot about yourself? What have you done? What are you doing right now? And your background education?
Yes, sir. Sir, I am Utkarsh Shukla. I am born and brought up in Delhi only. I have completed my schooling from Government School of Delhi in 2011 and graduated from esteemed College of Delhi University, Ramjas College, and completed my master's in 2019 with public administration. And so presently, I am employed as a community mobilizer in an NGO IPCA, that is Indian Pollution Control Association.
All right. What are your interests and hobbies?
So on the sports arena, I'm a pro mixed martial art player. And so in hobbies, I write diary. I write diary writing. I do diary writing, and I like to read self-help books.
Uh, what are your objectives or mission in life? What do you want to achieve? Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm a follower of Sri Vivekananda ji. So I just don't want to be traitor in his view. So I want to help this country grow and help the vulnerable section of society.
Vivekanand ji, if you have studied, he had initiated that pick up one idea and give your entire life to it, stand for it, do everything to achieve it. So what's that idea?
Oh, wait.
So my first like intent to work on this idea is that to help India in any way. So for the same, I have chosen UPSC as a path to and as a career blueprint
Hardly an
as a
idea.
mode to do it.
That's hardly an idea to help India in any possible way. You have to pick up, anyway, just forget it. What do you want to achieve by joining the civil service?
Sir, if I talk about my desired services, then sir, I want to let the people, that is vulnerable section especially, feel the sense of security by joining these services.
How would they feel sense of security while you're joining the service?
So as I have opted for the police as my first preference, so sir, I think sir, is as a police officer, I will be able to do justice for the same statement.
What would you do? Suppose you are the district superintendent of police in any district. What would you be doing to give a sense of security to the poor and vulnerable section of people?
So first thing that I will activate my beat constables to go into very deep in the society and to live with the society. That is to spend time, not only do patrolling. Second, sir, the areas where people feel vulnerable. For example, so women feel vulnerable. The areas where there is not much lighting, I will ensure that if even if light is not there, police is there. Third thing, sir, that I will suggest that to communicate with the youth, I will be creating a model or some infrastructure between youth and the policing system.
How would you provide security to girls, to women, like prevention of Nirbhaya case or something like that? How would you achieve that?
Sir, can I take a 10 or 20 seconds?
Yeah, but
Thank you, sir. Sir, to stop and eradicate those unfortunate incidents, sir, I will make sure that certain rules are being followed. For example, sir, GPS system, working GPS system for every private and personal vehicle. Second, sir,
just a minute. Every what? Every
private and public vehicles, sir.
public vehicle, yes. How can you ensure for the private vehicle GPS would be installed?
Sir, for the time being, sir, it can be a nudge theory because it will not be a law through law. But what I can assure that I can create awareness those working women, those who are driving late or something, that at least if you have a GPS system, then you are undoubtedly participating in policing manner and helping police as well.
Okay. What else?
Second, sir, I will make sure that at least that helplines, those are dedicated to women, they work efficiently. And third, sir, At least in my district, I will ensure whenever a crime happens or something like that, so that first, as a first respondent, police take a humane approach rather than a legal approach that where the incident lies or under which thana it comes.
Is there any member in your family who is in the government service?
No, sir.
You would be the first person to go in the government service.
Yes, sir.
Now, let us talk of a remote area. Let's talk of a Naxalite area. Suppose you are posted there. Let's not talk of the Delhi. In a Naxalite area which is infested with Naxalites and other people who are more violent, don't listen to reason. How would you control the situation there?
Sir, sir, following steps will be taken by me. First step will be, sir, to create trust between locals and police so that locals can act as ground level intelligence for police. Second, sir, in the Naxalite area, those Naxalites who have soft corner for the society and the state, that they are ready to surrender if provided certain securities or certain kinds of relaxation in their terms if requested from the court, I will ensure that those come back to us and live peacefully with the society. Third step, sir, I will be taking that those people who are power mongers amongst the Naxalite, that they are holding certain influence and want to enjoy the power to by maintaining this Naxalism, I will ensure if I get any lead regarding them, these threats should be eliminated or arrested as soon as possible, whichever the option is suitable for that time. So fourth thing will be that as these are the security related area. Meanwhile, developmental works like road projects and health projects, the people providing these work provided adequate security so that the society can feel the development and ascertain that state is for them and with them.
How would you develop trust between the public and police? What measures you would take to develop trust?
So, following steps will be taken by me. First, amongst the police forces, we will certainly have certain locals. So, I will ensure that these locals act as a communication link between us and the society. And what we can do, we can initiate some community practices. For example, we can hold competition level classes for the kids for those areas. We can ensure that the governmental schemes that are meant or the fellowship from the third sector that are available for the kids reach to them. Third, sir, apart from community initiatives, what we can do, we can ensure a tour of the policing system for the not for the people of society, so that people come and see how policing works, so that they can relate us with them and find that we are also amongst them only.
How would you ensure that there's a lot of talk about the political interference in the functioning of police? How would you ensure that you are able to work strictly according to your own conscience and according to rules, unaffected, or would you work according to the directions of the politicians? What would you do?
So I will certainly follow written orders from the politicians, that is official orders. And if the order is legitimate and good one, then sir, certainly I will follow. And if there is arm twisted and other side of the perspective, then certainly sir, I will involve my seniors, mentors to guide me how to come out. And sir, if required, sir, I will be taking the help of media.
Uh, May I request Neeraj ji to give you the feedback, and then Rajiv ji, and then finally I will also join. Neeraj ji, would you like to?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Utkarsh, firstly, you mentioned community policing. I would urge that you first read about community policing before you, use this term in your answer, right? So community policing is not what you imagine it to be. That is number one. The second thing is you call yourself fitness freak. Now that is not a good way to describe your bent of mind towards maintaining your fitness. You know, you don't call yourself a fitness freak. You call yourself fitness minded or keen on fitness.
Yes.
Yeah, but to say that you are a fitness freak is not a good way of putting it, right?
Negative connotation.
Yes, it has a negative connotation. I can describe you if I know you and if you spend too much time on fitness rather than your studies, or I can call you a fitness freak, but you should not call yourself a fitness freak, right? So then, you said you'll use the media to negate political interference. That was very immature of you. That shows your immaturity. Should never say a thing like that. A civil servant never uses the media for anything. You know, even if he does, he doesn't mention it in public or in a formal interview like you are attending. You speak a bit too fast, so try to speak slowly. And try to put across your point of view in a more emphatic sort of way. And right now, you have not prepared yourself well. So most of your answers appear to be half-baked. I'm sorry to use a strong term, but they are not properly thought out and properly conveyed. So first try to gain knowledge. And since you have given the Indian Police Service as your first choice, which is the most unusual thing because you are the first person, for instance, that we are interviewing who has given the IPS as the first preference. So you should be very clear why you have made IPS your first choice. Just to say that from very beginning I was very service minded and I appeared for NDA and this and that. There are many people who in the past who have given IPS their first preference. Some have even given IPS as their only preference. But that is besides the point. That is because of a certain obsession they have. But if you have given IPS as your first choice, you should have a cogent reason for it, why you have done it. You can say, for instance, love for the uniform. You have a special liking for law enforcement work, etc. But you have to first be clear. Right now, the reasons that you gave were not at all convincing, right? So please work on these lines and try to increase your knowledge base and particularly your knowledge about the current affairs, right? So,
Thank you so much, Rajiv ji. आप पूछेंगे कुछ?
जी सर, दो तीन बातें. Utkarsh, firstly, since you've given IPS as your first option, therefore the central armed police forces, that answer should have come to us in a complete manner. So there are 5 of them, because all of them you can recollect: the Assam Rifles, CISF, ITBP, Sastra Seema Bal, and the CRPF. Just know their functions. Assam Rifles was the oldest of them. 1835 it came into, and it was then known as, I think, Kache. Their name was Kachar Levi. Kachar Levi. I think this was the name with which they started off. Kachar Levi. Kachar Levi. Okay. And then the second thing, read on your subject matters again, at least the heading part of it, the first, some introduction of it. For instance, the indicative planning. I asked you on indicative planning. Read a bit about all this. They might come up in. Then on the civil services, as to how you make a complete civil servant, you missed out on the ECA. I mean, you forgot to integrate or synergize you took your subjects, but your hobbies also should form. I mean, how they added up to you. You are becoming a full, I mean, a mature civil servant. Add your diary writing and self-help books as well. When you describe yourself as a civil servant, as to how you would make a good civil servant. Then I think also the word ambitious used by you in the SWOT analysis needs a replacement. I think ambitious, you are an ambitious person. Saying that doesn't again give a good, I mean, to my mind, think of another word. Uh, and lastly, read about Delhi, all about Delhi. For instance, the Delhi Urban Art Commission asked you read about the full statehood, Central Vista project, the Lutyens Bungalow zone norms, all about these. Otherwise, your answers were my satisfaction. All the best, sir.
Thank you
Chairman,
so much, Rajiv ji. Thank you, Neeraj ji, for a very correct and very frank, as a senior police officer, the feedback which you have given. Frankly, although I've joined late, Utkarsh, I had the same feeling which has been mentioned to you by my colleagues. The fact that you have opted, first preference you have given to IPS. I have been conducting mock interviews for the last several years. It's the first time I have seen anybody giving the first preference on IPS, which is good. I like it. If you like a service, give the first preference, no doubt. But then it casts on you very, very strong obligation to defend it. Why do you like to join IPS? It's not enough to say that you like to protect, you like to give special service to the poor, downtrodden. Fine, we all do. But then what do you know about IPS? What do you know about the police? How would you do it? You have to be very well prepared about it. Now, this is a challenge before you, for which you have to consult maybe some senior police officer like Mr. Neeraj Kumar or anybody else. When is your interview going to be held?
So it's 14 September.
14 September, you have plenty of time. You have almost 2 months. Therefore, you can prepare it. Take a few more mock interviews. You can also go see some of the interviews on the YouTube and prepare yourself with that. Then the other thing is, it was pointed out, some of your answers look immature-ish. Don't use the kind of language which you are using, like the fitness freak which he mentioned. And also, in response to my question, you said you'd go to the media. You are not supposed to be not supposed to go to media. At least officially. You can give a leak or you can say something to somebody. You can do things in accordance with your service manual. I am not suggesting that you follow the orders of a politician if it is wrong. You can still oppose it. You can give your reasons. You can send a note in writing. Why do you think it cannot be done? And even if he says it should be done, even then you have to go by your rules. You are wedded to the constitution. You are wedded to your rules, your service rules, what you are expected to do. So work accordingly. So in the normal system of things, you have to put things in writing and send it. So you can do that. You can also take guidance from your superiors to your mentors and so on. Media, something you have to be very careful when you say that. Then on the other thing, suppose you don't get IPS, you get some other service, then you have to be prepared your number 2, number 3, whatever service you have. Having said this, I must say that you have got a very nice personality, excellent personality, and I'm very happy to meet you. I am pretty hopeful that with a little bit of more preparation, you can make it. You can crack the exam, the competitive examination now in interview. But you have to work hard. And fortunately, you have time on your side. So as my colleagues have pointed out, prepare very well on anticipated. You you prepare a list of 20 to 25 questions arising out of your application, what you have written, and also current affairs. On the day of the interview, just a couple of days before that, there must be a few developments which would be useful for you to prepare very well. Whether these developments relate to coronavirus, hopefully not third wave, but whatever else are going on, new initiatives of the government or whatever. So prepare yourself very well on the current issues and anticipate possible questions. Hopefully you'll come out very well. Okay. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. Bye.
All the best, Utkarsh. And bring a smile on your face, at least till you get into the police.
Thank you. Sir, can I ask something?
Yes.
Sir, can you please refer some books that I can read, because I have plenty of time. So any book or any written by some recent officer or past officer, especially for the police purpose, sir. Because sir, I too feel that on the police area I too lack.
नीरज जी इनको कुछ बताएंगे, कोई उन्होंने लिखी हो, रुस्तम जी ने कुछ, वो जो बॉम्बे के या चंडीगढ़ के पंजाब के पुलिस कमिश्नर थे रिबेरो, उन्होंने लिखी हो, कुछ औरों ने लिखी हो. I'm sure there would be many. Why don't you recommend to him?
दो किताबें तो मैंने भी लिखी है सर.
वही हम कहने वाले थे.
बिल्कुल.
So there are two books I have written which do not directly answer your question, but they will give you an insight.
आप अपना वो भी इंटरव्यू जो आपका टीवी में आपने मुझे एक दिन शेयर किया था, बता दें.
So they are available on Amazon. You can note down the names.
Yes, sir.
Khaki Files and Dial D for Dawn. Dial, ये फोन डायल करते हैं ना, डायल D for Delhi, for Dawn, DON. ये पेंगुइन पब्लिकेशंस है और ये दोनों अमेज़न पर अवेलेबल है, तो आप उनको बारी बारी से मंगा के पढ़ सकते हैं या एक साथ मंगा लीजिए. वो छोटी छोटी कहानियां हैं, मेरे एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं, तो उसको आपसे आइडिया हो जाएगा. बीच में मैंने पुलिस लाइफ के बारे में बताया है, what it means to be a police officer, what are the problems, etc. So that will give you an insight. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
बता दीजिए, ये YouTube पर चले जाइए, YouTube पर इनके नाम से आप ले लीजिए. He has been interviewed.
बहुत सारे मेरे इंटरव्यूज हैं, निर्भया टाइम के भी इंटरव्यूज हैं, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेज हैं, बहुत सारे इंटरव्यूज हैं. तो आप मेरा नाम नीरज कुमार IPS कर दीजिएगा, तो सारे आ जाएंगे. ठीक है ना. और इसके अलावा भी किताबें हैं, लेकिन मुझे अभी ख्याल नहीं आ रहा है. पुलिस से रिलेटेड काफी सारी किताबें हैं. तो आज
ज्यादातर तो चीजें कॉमन सेंस की है ये कि आप अगर रिस्पॉन्सिबल पोजीशन पे हैं, यू कैन नॉट अंडरटेक इररिस्पॉन्सिबल डिसीजंस. तो वो किस तरीके से करेंगे, विच कुड बी डिफेंडेड. थ्योरेटिकली तो आप ये कह सकते हैं कि गलत चीज हुई तो मैं कोर्ट में चला जाऊंगा. अब वो सब चीजें तो अलग हैं बातें. आप मौके पर क्या करते हैं, कैसे करते हैं, वहीं पर आपकी जो नर्व्स, स्टील की नर्व्स हैं, वो नजर आनी चाहिए. ओके.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर.
और कोई सवाल तो नहीं ना आपका?
नो सर.
विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट. आई होप एंड प्रे दैट यू सक्सीड.
थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू.
थैंक यू सर. गुड आफ्टरनून सर.
नरेश आ जाइए.